So work together 2-2. It says T accounts are given below, and I'm going to guide you to the following example. Kathy Burgum owns Burgum Services. Burgum Services uses the following accounts. Some accounts will be explained in lesson 2-3. So we have cash, accounts receivable, Sam Erickson, supplies, prepaid insurance, accounts payable, Bale Supply, Kathy Burgum Capital. I'm going to ignore the rest because we're going to do those in 2-3. So transaction, April 1st, 2nd, 5th, 6th, and 9th. And then it says right here, prepare 2 accounts for each transaction. On each T account, write the account title of one of the accounts that will be affected by the transaction. For each transaction, the first T account should be the account debited, and the second should be the account credited. It says, note that the computer will grade your assignment as correct only if the T accounts are in that order. Very important, and I will drill that into your head. Write the debit or credit amount in each T account to show the transaction effect. So what we need to know is that these are the accounts that we can use, and then you will see right here that they actually have our dates. So before we write anything down, we have to ask a lot of questions out loud first, and I will try to walk you through those questions. So on April 1st, we received cash from an owner as an investment. Stevie, what are my 2 accounts? Correct. Okay. So, Stevie, cash is what type of an account? What is its classification? Nope. You are one step ahead of me. And its normal balance is? Say it again. Normal balance, debit or credit? Yes. So cash is an asset. It has a debit normal balance. So, Caitlin, what's my other account? Classification? Normal balance? Yes. Okay. Ask those 2 things right away. When you know the account, you should say classification and normal balance. So my question now, Brooke, cash, asset, debit normal balance, is the amount of cash going up or down? If we receive cash from owner as an investment. Up. So, cash, asset, debit normal balance. Are we debiting or crediting cash? What's that? Debit. So that tells me I have to put cash first here. If I put cash here, Applia is going to mark it wrong. We always have to write our debit account first. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and list right here on my first T account, cash. Now in Applia, it does not make you write debit, credit, normal balance, plus, or minus. I want you to know that. And our other account here is going to be Kathy Burgum Capital. And we already said that cash is going to be debited for how much, though? $5,000. So if cash is being debit, Clay, what's going to happen to Kathy Burgum Capital? It has to be credited because I have to have a debit and a credit. You can never have 2 debits. You can never have 2 credits. You always must have a debit and a credit. Okay? So April 2nd. Paid cash for supplies. Caitlin, you're going to get some wrong because you don't have your debits listed first. Okay? So April 2nd, paid cash for supplies. Macy, what are my 2 accounts? Supplies and cash. What is the classification of supplies? What's the classification of I can't remember what account I just said. Cash. Thank you. What is it? Okay, so both of them are assets. Would you agree? So they both have a debit normal balance. Agreed? Which one goes first? Why? Yes. So I have to put supplies first, then I have to put cash. If I don't put supplies first, Applia will mark it wrong because supplies is being debited for $50, cash is being credited for $50. April 5th, paid cash for insurance. Brooke, 2 accounts. What is classification of cash? Prepaid insurance? So they're both assets. What is their normal balance? Debit. Okay, so which one is going first then, Brooke? Why? Yep. Prepaid insurance goes first, then cash. And that will go for $100. Nope, 75. I was on the wrong line. Sorry about that. April 6th, bought supplies on account from Bales Supply. Melina, what are my two accounts? You got it. Let's start with the first one, supplies. What is the classification? Asset, liability, owner's equity? Correct. What is the normal balance of an asset? What side of the accounting equation is it on? Yes. Okay, so my question for you, Melina. So for supplies, it's an asset. It has a debit normal balance. Do we have more supplies or less supplies? More. So that means supplies has to be listed first. So supplies is going to be debited 100. Accounts payable, Bale Supplies is going to be credited 100. Last one, paid cash on account to Bale Supplies. Caleb, this one's all yours. Two accounts. What are my two accounts? So accounts payable is one of the accounts. What's the other one? Cash. So cash is what type of an account? What's the normal balance? Debit. So because of this transaction of paid cash on account, do I have more cash or less cash? So that means cash has to go where? Second one. So I have to put cash here. So if you go through and if you do one account and know if it's going up and down, then you'll know what the other one is going to be. And accounts payable, Bale Supply, we owe less money to them. So I'm going to debit them $50 and cash is being credited to $50. Then I'm going to check that answer to make sure that I got them all correct. And whoop, whoop, perfect. I'm doing good on accounting today. That's good. Sometimes I make mistakes, but today I'm doing all right. Go ahead and try that on your own.